Now, have you ever noticed, speaking of people that are mentally ill, I'm a Christian. Do you guys know what a Christian is? Do you know what a Christian is? Do you know how to spell Christian? C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-N. Christian. Right? N at the end and capital C at the beginning. Christian. You know what a Christian is, don't you? A Christian's a mentally ill person. Right? You know why a Christian's a mentally ill person? Because they follow a mentally ill person. Did you know that? Christians follow a person that was mentally ill by society standards, right? Did you know that Jesus, according to society, was mentally ill? Right. Because Jesus, not only did Jesus lay down his own life, remember, Jesus said, nobody takes my life, I lay it down, so that you can live, so that I can live, right?
So let's give it up for Mr. Sandro Lopez coming to the stage. Give it up for him. No laughing.
Thank you, Brian Petrasic. Thanks to El Kiosco for putting this on, for letting us be here. Thanks, Brian, for organizing this. Brian always does a great job. I love working with Brian. Brian's a great guy. How you guys doing tonight? Great. Man, you got a great smile. Man, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. Now, first thing is, how many minutes do I have?
Like 10.
Like 10. Okay, let me know when I get to about 8 minutes. Give me the 2-minute warning. All right. Now, first of all, let me say this is an act. Okay, we all know, right? I'm a performer. I'm performing. This is an act, right? Because I'm an actor. Did you know I'm an actor? Because I'm a Christian? Did you know that Christians are actors? Yeah, they're actors. Did you know it's the job of a Christian to act? Did you know that? Yeah, I'm an actor. So, did anybody, you guys seen Jim Carrey? Tonight? Seen Jim Carrey? Anybody seen Jim Carrey here tonight? I didn't think so. I have never seen Jim Carrey in one of my performances ever. Now, there's a reason for that, probably. Back in the 90s, oh, by the way, I'll get to that in a minute. How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah.
You guys keeping it Jesus?
Yeah.
Anybody else in here? You guys know what this means, don't you?
Yeah.
That I'm the world's most positive performer. You know why that is? Because it's easier to do this than this. Just try it. Let's see it, everybody. Everybody, there you go. It's easier to do this than this, right? Keeping it Jesus. Just like Obama. So, back in the 90s, speaking of Jim Carrey, now back in the 90s, Jim Carrey stole my act. Yeah, I had to come up with all new material. And all through the 90s, I was broke. Yeah, and I'm still broke. So, if anybody sees Jim Carrey, tell him I got a message for him. Hey, Jim Carrey. Yeah, tell him I got a message for Jim Carrey. Why don't you pay your bills?
Yeah.
I got bills to pay, Jim Carrey, and I'm broke. So, yeah. So if you see Jim Carrey, here's my card. Hey, if you need anything, call me. Let me know if you need anything. That way I can be more of a Christian if you need any help. I'm always trying to help people. That makes me more Christian. In case I can't find a Chick-fil-A to eat at or a Papa John's, I can just give you a hand and it makes me a Christian. Anybody else in here like me, you're a Christian and you have trouble eating if you can't find a Chick-fil-A or a Papa John's? Right? Because you're trying to stay saved, but you just can't find a Chick-fil-A, and so you're looking for a Walmart. Anything inside of a Walmart will keep you safe. Even at McDonald's. Right?
I feel all blessed.
All blessed. I mean, you ever notice that Walmart has the exact same coloring scheme in their marketing scheme as America? You ever notice that? They even got a giant star. Isn't that cool? So you know you're in America when you go to Walmart. Oh, speaking of people that don't pay their bills, is anybody else in here like me? You're a Democrat? Yeah, that's great, huh? Don't you love being a Democrat? Don't you just love following Jesus? I just love being a Democrat, and I'm not afraid or ashamed to say it. I just love following Jesus. And people think I'm joking. I'm not. I love being a Christian, and I love telling people I'm a Christian, and that's why I love telling people I'm a Democrat. Because you know why I'm a Democrat? Excuse me, can I get some water? Somebody get me some water, please? Anybody. Water? I'll tell you why I'm a Democrat. Okay, I'm a Democrat because I'm a Christian. Okay? And you guys know why I'm a Christian? Because I'm a liberal. Yeah. And you know why I'm a liberal, don't you? Because I like to feel good. Now, my job as a liberal, I'm not one of these people. Remember back in the old days when you didn't know what people were? Back when you just knew that, like, oh, that's my neighbor, or this is the guy I met at the supermarket, or this is the person who delivers my mail, or that's my plumber. But you didn't know what they were. You just knew that this was this guy and that was that lady or this guy, remember? And now suddenly you know everybody's going to tell you what they are. Right? Have you noticed that? But I'm not one of these guys that just tells you what I am. I tell you what I am, and I tell you why I'm that, and I tell you what my job is. Right? Because everybody's got a job to do. Wow, look at this, Evil Water. Man, look at that. Beautiful smile. Thank you so much. So, how we doing on time? 20 minutes left. Got it. 3 minutes left? 4, 3, 2. You count like a Democrat. I like that. Hey, now listen. Don't you want to see what's in it? Don't you want to see what's in it? Well, you can't see what's in it unless you pass it. That's my job as a Democrat, to pass the bill and see what's in it. Right? How are you going to know what's in it unless you pass the bill? You know, my other job is a Democrat's got a lot of jobs, but that's their first job, is pass the bill and see what's in it. Yes, sir.
My grandma wants to know if you're really a Christian.
I just got done telling you I'm really a Christian. No, I'm really a Christian. Right? It's amazing. I'll bet you're a Christian. So many Christians are I spend half of my time proving to Christians that I'm a Christian. I thought just telling you I was a Democrat. You want to see my voter card? I'm a Democrat. That proves I'm a Christian. Hey, do you know how I know Jesus was a Christian? I mean, Jesus was a Democrat because he wasn't a Christian. You know how I know he was a Democrat? Because he was always using other people's money to pay his bills. Right. Also, you know what a Democrat's job is, don't you? Besides following the lettered parts of the Bible, the Democrat's job is to fund the war so we can see who wins it, record the calls so we can see who made it, bomb the compound so we can see who got it. But you got to do it in that order. Because you can't know who's going to get it until after you bomb it. You can't just go around knowing who you're going to bomb. You have to bomb first and then find out who got it. See, you bomb the compound first, and then you dig through the rubble, and then you see who got it. Right? And then the first thing you got to do before that is you got to record the call to see who made it. Because otherwise, you're just going to be knowing whose phone calls you're going to. You can't just know whose calls you're going to make and then record those calls. How are you going to do that? You're going to know, are you telling me that you're going to know whose calls you're going to record and then you're going to record those calls? No. You got to record the call, then see who made it. You record the call to see who made it, you bomb the compound and see who got it. But before that, you got to fund the war to see who wins it. Because these things, I mean, I'm telling you, they can go on forever. You got to fund the war to see who wins it. How are you going to know who wins it unless you fund it? Right? Somebody's got to fund it. Somebody's got to win it. How are you going to know unless you fund it? That's the job of a Democrat. Fund the war, see who wins it, record the call to see who made it, bomb the compound, see who got it. But before that, you got to start the war to see who profits. Because how are you going to profit unless you start it? And what's the point in starting a war unless you're going to profit? And so that's my job as a Democrat. Of course, the first thing I do is pass the bill to see what's in it. So, now, one more thing I will leave you with this. A lot of people ask me, are you really a Christian? I mean, do you really believe in all this stuff about Jesus?